This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. Hi, I'm Mark Alyn. During the next 2 hours, we're going to look at a wide variety of health topics that touch on each and every one of our lives, from mind, body, spirit to traditional health. We're going to be covering it in today's show. During hour 2, for example, we'll be talking about sound therapy and how sound therapy can actually help make us physically and mentally better. We'll also be talking during hour 2 about Trip Together. That's an organization that puts single people together, and because of a lot of our audience are, well, let's say 50 plus and are lonely because a spouse has died or they're divorced, and they want to travel, but they don't want to travel alone. Trip Together seemed to me to be a good thing to talk about. So we'll be doing that on today's show as well. Lots more happening on our show today. By the way, if you would like, visit latenighthealth.com and get our brand new newsletter. And you can see what the insane Daryl Wayne looks like. Did you like the newsletter?
It was good. It was a good first effort.
Yeah, that's it. It was really exciting to do. Number 2 comes out this week, so be sure to go to latenighthealth.com and get your free copy. In fact, in this week's issue, there'll be a very pretty picture of Courtney Amundson, and she is the author of Teachings from God. She's 19 years old and has so much wisdom, especially for somebody so young. Courtney, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm curious, Courtney. You're 19, but you're counseling people not only your age, but older. Is that a little bit strange, do you think?
Yeah. When I started this whole thing, it was a very personal thing to me, and I didn't share it with many people. And when I realized that I needed to start sharing it with more people, I became ready to share. And that was kind of miraculous because I've been very shy my whole life. And now I am so comfortable speaking in front of people and working with adults that are older than me. And it's like it's very natural for me and second nature for me now.
And do you find that are you talking with older people or younger people?
A little bit of both. I've found that as I've opened up more, I have attracted more younger people to me, and it's been an amazing journey to reflect on people of all generations and to learn from people of all ages, and it's made me a very well-rounded person.
Your book, Teachings from God, how did you started this, I guess, at the age of 12, and you've been compared to Edgar Casey, Esther Hicks, and others. You're channeling God and getting answers for life's problems?
Essentially, yes. I have opened myself up to the universe. This actually opened at the age of 16. I began my spiritual journey or spiritual quest around the age of 12, but at the point that this communication opened, I was 16. And these universal concepts were coming through me and telling me all about the expansiveness of the human nature and the point of being human, essentially. Some of the biggest laws in the universe, one of them being the law of attraction. And, of course, that's been introduced before, but I've gotten more information about that and more information on how to love ourselves more and how to understand our soul's journey. And this entire process has led me to be able to speak from my authentic voice and help others to do the same thing.
What do you mean, authentic source?
Well, the authentic voice, or the source of all creation, is the communication, the relationship with the divine. And everyone has a different word for God, or I personally call it the divine. But, what I have come to realize is that the universe doesn't care what name we put on it. We can call it God, we can call it Jesus, we can call it Buddha, and that's not as necessary as it is the relationship we build to it, and one that is personal. So when I say finding your authentic voice or your authentic nature, it's about stripping down those conditionings that basically hold us separate from this creative source and help us to find our bliss and our true calling in life. And that's one that is not coming from obligation, to do something for money or to do something for other people anymore. It's to live for ourselves and to find that authentic purpose within ourselves and to walk it with courage and grace.
Were you raised religiously or not religiously?
I did not have a religion I was grown into. My parents did, and it wasn't a part of their life when I was born. And so what I've found that to be, or to really mean in my life, is that I have not had those conditionings to know or to know what God is by that definition. And therefore, when this came to me, I really had no concept of what it was, and I had nothing telling me what it should be.
So you weren't raised with other than maybe Christmas and Easter dinner,
right?
That kind of thing.
I
right?
celebrated the essence of God, and I celebrated the relationship I had with this source. But I always had this feeling inside of me that I was connected, but I didn't have a label on it, and so it kept me very open to receiving. And I believe that has been a huge thing in leading me down the road that I'm on now.
The teachings from God, greeting your soul and revealing the divine within, that's what we're talking about. How does this relate to health? Do you think that people of faith tend to be healthier, or does it help get through catastrophic illness? I've had a little bit of experience with this in my life. My grandma actually was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer last year, and she ended up passing away. But we went on this amazing journey with her of helping her to find her own true voice and helping her to find the meaning of her life, even though we all knew she was at the end of it. And she, in many ways, awakened to new parts of herself that she had never seen in her entire life. She was 69 years old. And so I think that sometimes spirituality, or having an awareness of something other than this physical human self, can help to overcome obstacles, health-related. But at the same time, I think that every soul has its own journey. And sometimes there's these challenges that come up that are unavoidable. And sometimes they're for our own growth and expansion that we need to move through those things. And sometimes they end up taking us off the planet. In talking with you, when we spoke last week and even now, it's hard to imagine that you're only 19. You sound older. Your words are older. Your voice is still, frankly, a little girl. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. But your words have such depth and meaning. Do you feel like maybe you've been here before?
Oh, definitely. Many, many times. I've had a knowing of this since I was very young. And, though I don't know the details, and I don't always want to know the details, there's things that I know and have known for a long time that just were not taught to me. For example, all the things that have come through in this book, they were never taught to me. They were never introduced to me until they came through. So it's amazed me over and over and over again, to say the least. And I think if I did know my whole lineage, I would become a little bit too big-headed.
You might have been Cleopatra.
I have no idea.
But you don't want to know, or you do want to know?
I really don't think it's important, because what we're supposed to be focusing on is right here and right now.
Absolutely.
And whatever it is, we're all eternal beings, and we've all had many lifetimes. So we've all been physical and we've all been non-physical, and there's counterparts to both of those. So I don't think it's, physical or non-physical at separate times. I think, what I've learned is there's a counterpart to our physical being, a non-physical piece of us that is eternal. And so we draw upon that wisdom.
We're going to take some time out. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Courtney Amundson. She is the author of Teachings from God. She's only 19, and I have a feeling she can teach us all a lot. When we come back, I want to talk about another book with you, Courtney, and that's Why Bad Things Happen to Good People. And if you could explain that to us, maybe you have an insight in that, okay? I'm Mark Alyn. This is Late Night Health, along with the insane one, Daryl Wayne, and we will be back in just a couple of moments. Our new newsletter is available. It's free. You can go to latenighthealth.com, and there's a place there to find out how to opt in for the newsletter. I'm Mark Alyn. Don't go away. More coming up.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-789-7213 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-789-7213 to take your call now. Call 800-789-7213. That's 800-789-7213. Again, 800-789-7213.
Have you ever needed a flashlight and reached into a drawer to find your flashlight is dead, and then go to put in new batteries only to find the insides are all corroded? Now Hybrid Light has created a solar-powered flashlight that requires no batteries and also charges your cell phone. Hybrid lights are durable, waterproof, and hold a charge in the dark for up to 7 years, and perfect for any emergency or everyday use. Now you can get your own Hybrid Light today for only $34.95, and if you mention health, you'll receive a Hybrid Light headlamp absolutely free. That's our durable Hybrid Light with a free headlamp for only $34.95. A value of $60, only $34.95. Call us today at 800-297-8109. That's 800-297-8109 to get this special Hybrid Light offer today. 800-297-8109, 800-297-8109. In the promo code box, type in HELP. 800-297-8109.